I believe that Cardano's native token called ADA is a must-have in my portfolio because not only do I think that ADA could hypothetically go to the price of $10 during this bull run, even though that's not financial advice, but I do believe that Cardano does have a very good reputation. And I think this right here is going to matter during a fully fledged bull run because the perception of it is very positive. And again, this is really going to matter in terms of generating that FOMO, that hype, that buying pressure to really allow for it to reach great heights during this bull run. Now, why is that? It's because Cardano, it's known for being a very rock solid layer one blockchain, very reliable, very low in gas fees, very scalable, very decentralized. But could the same thing be said about Ethereum? Not entirely. Ethereum, what is it known for? You got to take into consideration how sky-high gas fees and scalability is often a very reported CACA problem. So is that something that Ethereum wants to be known for? Yeah, that's not very good. Now, am I saying that Ethereum is going to disappear completely off into the abyss? No, I'm not saying that because the quality of projects is fantastic, but I'm just saying there are drawbacks there. Even despite having these layer 2s that kind of fixes this type of stuff, again, there are drawbacks. It's like, again, certain blockchains, they're known for certain things. It's like, for instance, in Brazil, in Minas Gerais, that is known for pão de queijo, which is cheese bread. But even besides that point, Ethereum, it's known for caca nonsense. Minas Gerais, it's known for pão de queijo. Cardano, it's known for being a rock-solid layer one blockchain. And again, Cardano, this is how amazing it is. People think that Ethereum is better, but you know what? I think Ethereum is kind of complete caca, again, to be honest. Now, what is something else that people don't want to be known for? That's being unreliable. Now, we've all had that friend who's unreliable, which is, of course, not a good thing. But even besides that point, what is unreliable in terms of its historical performance? We take a look at Solana. Now, Solana, there are a lot of meme coins on there, which is a good bonus. Not to mention, its network is fast, it's very scalable, very low in gas fees. But you know what? It's lacking in the department of reliability. Now, some people may think that, okay, who really cares? But I think that this does play a role in a sense because people don't like things that are unreliable. It's like having a Ferrari, but then it only works like twice a month. What's the point? Allegedly, Solana experienced 8 different network outages in just a time span of a year. So that's not good, in my opinion. You don't see any of this type of nonsense going on with Cardano. But not only does Cardano have these amazing qualities, but at the same time, it's very well established. So this is how fantastic it is. Sometimes we see layer one blockchains out there. Like for instance, we take a look at Cardano. We take a look at Casper. Are they amazing? Absolutely. But they don't have the reputation. They don't have the fan base. They don't have the size, so to speak, when compared to something like a Cardano. So the amazing thing about Cardano is that it has these fundamental qualities of a very good up-and-coming layer one blockchain, but at the same time, it's massive. So this is a best of both worlds type of scenario. We see something like BNB have its caca problems. We see Solana. We see Ethereum. They are massive. But then, again, usually these very small layer one blockchains, they are the ones that are very amazing fundamentally speaking. It's very rare we see something massive, but then at the same time have amazing qualities, if that makes sense. It's like having an off-road car that's also very fast. This is how the way I take a look at Cardano at least. And why do I think BNB is a little bit caca? Because you take a look at the BNB smart chain ecosystem. Is it known for its security? Not really. Cardano is, but I don't think this one is, hypothetically, because even according to Crypto.com research, last year, back in 2023, well, we're so close to 2025, but again, we're still in 2024. I'm going to still say this. Again, back in 2023, slightly over 2% of the crypto hacks that happened actually occurred on the BNB smart chain ecosystem. So when you think about that, is this really such good news? I do believe that Cardano is one of these rare breeds of layer one blockchains that have been around for a while, but then the fundamentals still feels brand new because Cardano launched ages ago. Let's face it. Some people view it as a dinosaur, but in terms of fundamentals, it's not a dinosaur. It's very revolutionary. Cardano launched back at a time where people didn't really care about scalability, at a time where people didn't really care about, gas fees, right? But then Cardano, they had this long-term vision. They understood that, okay, people may not care about that right now, but they're going to care, years down the line. And as of right now, people do care, which is why ADA, its native token, has done very well, much like I predicted, by the way. Now, people like to complain about slight pullbacks or whatever, but who cares? Because I think better days are ahead. But even besides that, Cardano, it's like the Tesla of layer one blockchains. It had that long-term vision. Take a look at Elon Musk. He understood that in the future, electrification, that's the way to go. back then, cars, or should I say car brands, they don't really care about this type of stuff, right? Now we see a lot of car brands out there. They're jumping into the electric bandwagon, so to speak. But then Elon Musk, he had this long-term vision, which is why Tesla is doing very well, because it's quite essentially a pioneer in the space. Much like Cardano, the reason why it's doing so fantastic, it's because it's a pioneer. Before many projects out there cared about scalability, before many of them cared about low gas fees or whatever nonsense like that, right? Like, the gas fee problems, the caca ones that Ethereum has. Before a lot of people cared about that, Cardano, they had this long-term vision. Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano and the co-founder of Ethereum, well, allegedly people say he got fired from Ethereum, but you know what? Cardano's better anyways, so he made the right decision, ultimately speaking, for better or for worse, or for whatever reason he left, or allegedly forced to leave, right? Who knows? But even besides that, we all know that Charles is very reputable. And what does he predict? He does predict that in the next 1 or 2 years, at least from a video that he was a part of back in November, he did state that during that time frame, he could very well see Bitcoin either reaching $250,000 all the way up to $500,000. Even if, let's say, Bitcoin goes to $250,000, which is his worst case price prediction, even at that point, I think ADA at the price of $10, I don't see why not. Keep in mind, $10 is only around a 10x away at this point. It's not even like that far off. And again, we saw what happened to ADA back in 2021. Going to the price of $1 was kind of difficult, but then $2 and $3 felt very easy. It felt exponential beyond the price of $1. But I think at that time, it was just a small taste of what's to come this time around, hypothetically, because back then, there was roughly only around 300 million crypto owners during the peak of the 2021 bull run. But as of right now, there's over 600 million. And all factors are indicating that this number is continuing to grow at a very good pace, even though, if you take a look at 600 million, let's say we round things down a little bit, right? That's not even 10% of the world's population, but still, I think that this is a very massive figure, comparatively speaking. And again, if ADA could do that back then, imagine this time around. It could be so fantastic, but only time will tell. And that's why I'm still dollar cost averaging into Cardano's native token called ADA. I'm not giving up, because even at the price of $10, it doesn't seem that crazy to me. Going to that price, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $350 billion. Still over $200 billion less, around that, than Ethereum's all-time high market cap. So when you take a look at Ethereum, a very caca layer on blockchain, being able to achieve that, again, back in 2021, a time where things didn't look as positive as what they could be during this bull run. Again, it could reach that back then. This time around, can you imagine what ADA could do? Again, $10 during this bull run wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I'm very bullish on Cardano, and I do believe that ADA is a must-have in my portfolio. I'm not saying that it's the only thing I'm holding, but you know what? There are projects out there like meme coins and whatnot, and I do love them, but I do believe that ADA absolutely has to be in my portfolio no matter what, because this is a very amazing cryptocurrency, and I think this right here should be one of my foundational pieces, because I do believe that Cardano is arguably one of the best layer one blockchains of all time. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's Willie the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.